Welcome to the channel that is about all things career development. So, that is bursaries, learnerships, graduate programs, as well as growing your career all the way to the C suite. If that is you, hit the subscribe button. I look forward to getting to know you. Hello, YouTube family. My name is Untitled Chapter, and welcome to my channel called Me Developing Me. And the reason I called it Me Developing Me, because I really believe that, for me to get to the next level, I must take ownership and I must develop me. This applies to my career, my finances, my current side hustles and future businesses. And so firstly, I would like to apologize to my faithful 207 YouTube subscribers, 600 plus IG and Facebook family for just having gone MIA, just went missing in action. COVID-19 happened, and so firstly, I do sincerely apologize. A number of things happened, and life was, as a friend of mine would say, life was just a lot. And a former mentor, one of the people who speak into my life, once taught me that in life there are glass balls and there are tennis balls. And glass balls, if you think about glass, once it cracks, if you drop that ball, good luck. And for me, those glass balls are my faith, my family, as well as my current hustle, my 9 to 5, and also my health. And so a lot of things happened last year. And when I talk about my health, I'm not even just talking only about physical health, but also mental health. And so last year was definitely a lot on, concerning my glass balls. And I love what I do, and I really want to grow this platform and really change and impact more lives. But in order for me to do that, I must be whole first self. So I thought I'd start with the get to know me tag. So you already know me. My name is Untitled Chapter. Some of you know me, some of you don't know this, or some of you don't. I'm originally born and bred in KZN. I'm from a small farming community in Ikobo called Godo. My primary schooling had started at a place called Mshobashobi Primary. I remember some of my memories involved Uti. We wrote in what you call islate. So it's like a tablet, and it's a tablet that you physically write on. And so that's something else. I will talk to it at another time, which is one of the things I think I want to do this year. I want to have a story time concerning my career journey all the way from primary school to where I am now, and some of the lessons learned from me almost beating up a boss at some point. Thank God I didn't. I probably would have had a criminal record, but those are just some of the mistakes. We've all experienced certain challenges and certain situations in the workplace that just drove us to see other sides of ourselves. Anyway, and then why did I start this channel? So I'd always for a long time wanted to start a YouTube channel or just be on social media, and I'm very lazy. I was always very disconnected when it came to social media, and again, just from a mental health perspective, just to look after myself as a self-care strategy. But I'd also thought if I were to be on social media, I would really want to be there for a purpose, for something that is close to my heart, for things that I believe in, and which brings me to what I do on a day-to-day. So my career, in terms of what I do for a living, I'm at my current job, my role is called a learning and development specialist. So I'm responsible for managing a number of youth development programs. I report on everything from bursaries. I look after learnerships, apprenticeships, or different graduate programs. So that is what I do on a daily basis, as well as I'm also what is called a skills development facilitator. and it just has to do with looking after the employees of the organization in terms of their development. Because let's be honest, in order for one to move to the next level or to move to where you want to be, one does need to, how do I say this, one does need to continue to develop. So having your degree or even having passed your matric or exited high school with your high school diploma, it's okay as a start, but one needs to continue, at least if you do want to grow to the next level. And the information that I share on this channel, it has helped. There's a number of people who it has helped. It has helped me and many others. And this is part of even what I also teach or share with my graduate, with the guys on the different graduate programs I'm a part of. And yes, and this is based on lessons I have learned myself in my own career, things I have observed that have helped other people, as well as there's a saying in my language that says indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili, and the direct translation of that is you ask for the way, from those who have already traveled the journey. So yeah, so basically I've also asked those who've already gone before me, and I think maybe the equivalent in English, some people talk about they can see further because they are standing on the shoulders of giants. So this is exactly what some of this information is about. There are giants also whose shoulders I stand on, people who have spoken to me, things I have learned. So not all of it is first-hand experience, and we don't always have to learn through first-hand experience. And then the why this channel, I think I planned my questions very differently to how I am now, how the conversation has gone. But I started this channel, one of the reasons, as I mentioned, that I'm a program manager by day, a graduate program manager is part of my role. And during interviews, I have met some amazing, when I say amazing, brilliant, talented young people, some who probably have a similar start to life like I do, where you probably came from, I'll share with you at some point, where I went to school, respect, where my schooling started, respect was a very big thing. And how respect at least was interpreted in my culture to how respect is seen, or how one must portray respect in the corporate world is very different. Like, I came from an environment where you go to a teacher if you want to go to the bathroom. In my later years, people would just walk out and go to the bathroom. Where I had started, you'd go to the teacher and say, "Teacher, go out," and you'd say, "Thank you, teacher," and almost like bow to the teacher and then go out. And you would not look at a person in the eye, because if somebody is older, you can't just look at them in the eye because it's a sign of disrespect. But then in the Western culture, or even in the world of work, it actually might be seen that you're not looking at the person in the eye. It's, so I've come across even some learners who are highly gifted, who have just interviewed according to the general interview rules, and I'll say that in inverted commas, they have just interviewed badly. And my heart has gone out to them. Some at times, in the panel, we are obviously for development. Some of it I would try to argue it that this person, it's not that they are hiding anything, it's just, if you listen to where they come from, their background requires, or they were taught, a certain level of respect. And somebody who grew up in the city is obviously far more streetwise. And so in my life, I've had opportunity to be on both sides. At some point, I was also the person who would never look at somebody who was much older in the eye because I thought it was disrespectful. But also I came across as very timid, very shy, and eventually I came out and I'm much bolder. And and we'll talk about some of those things on this channel, and I'll share some of my stories. So, but that's just some of the reasons that motivated me to start this channel. So I really have a heart for development. I am where I am because there's people who who've put their brands at stake and saw something in me. And yeah, so this is a way of paying it forward, and obviously, of course, eventually, yes, making a little bit of some of that YouTube ka-ching. Yeah, and one of the things I had also been scared to do, a number of YouTubers I saw, they would have like story times. I was very scared, and actually, one of the reasons I'd stopped recording last year, obviously with quarantine, a friend of mine would help me with makeup. Obviously, I now couldn't do any more makeup, I couldn't have my face beat, and anyway, it's a long story. But I think I am gonna have a segment where I do like a story time, and it will mainly be about my career journey or my schooling journey, lessons learned, and my immediate goal, I guess, I want to get to the first 1,000 subscribers. It has been a very long, painful 2-year journey, very discouraging, but I'm back. So please, I'm shamelessly asking, click subscribe, please. Ask your friends, your family to click subscribe. Also, please invite your friends, your family to just check out this channel. I'm still a small I'm still a small channel, so I'm able to answer your questions. One of the things I do plan to do is to go back to basics where it started, and basically, I guess I think about it as in, taking you from cradle to career. That's all the way from post high school all the way to your career. So I will be starting, for example, with applying for scholarships, bursaries, getting your first job, and I've prepared some templates, and at the moment I don't have a website. So yes, I will ask you to subscribe and then slide into my DMs. I'll be on Instagram. I'll be quite happy to send you some templates, as well as to review some of your content or your CV, etc. I was looking at one of the things I'm considering is possibly reviewing CVs live, but obviously I will hide the personal information. So do some lives, and so that what one is talking about gets a little bit more practical. And yeah, so I think this is my new start. Short term, I plan on how to do my brows and my lips, at least, so I look a little bit more put together for you guys. And yes, when we overcome COVID, we'll see about getting back to improving the setting, being more glam. But you know what, I think I've gone back to basics, not trying to be perfect, but just delivering the content, because I really believe that what I have to share, it has worked for me, it will work for you, and it will work for many others. So yeah, I'm focusing in the moment on the content, and we'll work on the packaging as we go. Thank you very much. Please do comment and subscribe.